Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Cohn phone. For the next hour, I will be taking your calls. You have about 3-4 minutes to lay it down and tell people how it really is about the 49ers or life in general. Real quick before I take your calls, just want to share what's on my mind. I posted a video and an article about an hour ago, but I really had a tough time focusing my thoughts on this game this week. I kept coming back to how can the Niners win if they don't have enough offense? How can they beat Aaron Rodgers with that offense that they showed last week? And I think what I'm coming back to is they're going to have a different offense. They got to have a different offense this week. I think Kyle Shanahan wants to play Trey Lance. I think the locker room is resistant. And I think what they're trying to prove, the guys who are on the Super Bowl team, is they don't need Trey Lance. They should have won the Super Bowl 2 years ago. They got hurt last year. They don't need gimmicks and offensive weapons and two quarterbacks. Just let Jimmy do his thing. And it's been tough for Kyle Shanahan to sell Lance to the team. The first game, I mean, the touchdown pass, anyone could have thrown that. That might have been a controversial choice to let Lance finish off that drive and not Jimmy, considering Jimmy took them down the field. And then his runs didn't work. Then you didn't see him week 2. Now Shanahan has an interesting opportunity. All of his running backs are hurt. He could tell the team, look, we need to run to win this game. And to run, we're going to need to use Trey Lance. He's one of our best ball carriers. So we're going to get him on the field. I don't know if Kyle Shanahan will give the Jimmy Garoppolo offense a few series to try to show something. But if they can't run the ball with Trey Sermon and Jaquez Patrick, they're going to need to bring in Lance just to run the ball. And then once he's in the game, you don't use him to run every time. You got to mix it up a little bit because he can throw too. And then you give him some chances on play action and see what happens down the field. If he hits him, probably win over the fan base at home, probably win over some teammates too. You could see a shift. I do think they're going to have to get Lance involved in this game. Otherwise, they won't have enough offense to win. That's I think if Lance doesn't play this game at all, 0 snaps, they lose. If he plays 10 snaps, runs 8 times, plays 10 snaps, runs 4 times, hands off 4 times, and throws 2 times. Those could be 2 touchdowns in there. So that's the way I see it. I think he's going to go down the Lance package on Sunday Night Football. All right, real quick. Jay Ellis says Shanny is phasing Lance in like Ravens did Lamar. I think you might be onto something there. Brian Carlentini says, have the Niners been saving the Lance package for this tough stretch of the season, especially since they are decimated at running back? Again, I think it's more intriguing than Kyle having a plan. I think this is Kyle and the locker room not necessarily matching up on what they want. I think the locker room wants Jimmy by and large, and Kyle wants Lance. He traded up for him, but you're not just going to force a 21-year-old rookie on a veteran team that wants someone else. So he's going to have to lead them to water, but they have to drink on their own. And I think this could be the leading to water on Sunday night. All right, let's do this. Let's take some calls. Boom. Boom. Ready when you guys are. If they had all their running backs, maybe they could say, we're just going to not play Trey Lance until Jimmy loses a game. Jimmy's on a streak. But without the running backs, it gives Kyle Shanahan an excuse. Look, guys, we got to run the ball. We got to play him. Nothing against Jimmy. It's about the running backs. And then, boom, he's on the field, and then you can do whatever you want with them. What do you think, man? How you doing?
I'm good, Grant. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Good to see you.
And I'm good. First point I would like to say is 2019 and 2020 seasons, they're now dead and buried to me. They're burned and ashes are scattered in the wind. So I'm kind of tired about hearing how they should have won the Super Bowl. You didn't. Time to get over it and move on.
Agree.
So, a couple points about the game coming up on Sunday. The first thing is I want to see how DeMeco Ryans attacks the tackles for Green Bay, just because I know they're down to potentially a third-string left tackle, or they're going to shift the right tackle to left tackle and vice versa. I don't know, but I want to see how they attack the edges of the new tackles for Green Bay, because we need to put the pressure on Aaron Rodgers and see if he can convert.
Definitely. Definitely.
And then if the second thing for against Green Bay is I want to see a little bit. I want to see George Kittle and Ayuk actually catch more balls because to me, Jair Alexander is going to try and take away Debo Samuel. So you got to kind of take Debo out unless there's an opening somehow. And then I want to see how Stokes and King cover whoever else they're covering for Green Bay.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to see that. Kevin King has gotten abused by Kyle Shanahan and the Niners so many times. He went to my high school. I'm always like, hey, look, Bishop out Dragon on the field. Oh, he gave up another touchdown. Sorry, Kevin. Yeah, I think they probably should go with Eric Stokes. So interesting to see what happens there.
Yeah, and one last thing, if I'm Green Bay, I'm going to try to sell out the run and have Jimmy beat us because to me, I don't think they could really. I haven't seen Jimmy do that too often, and if I'm Green Bay, I think that's the best chance to win. Just try to sell out against the run because we have new running backs. Trey Sermon's our new starter, and then who else is back up? I'm not sure, but I want to see if Green Bay is going to try and sell out to stop the run and force Jimmy to beat him with his arm because I don't see that. I don't see it happening.
Yeah, I want to see that too. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Can't
Should
wait.
be. Yep.
Yeah,
So.
good call, man. Great to
Yep.
see you. All
Thank
right.
you, sir. You have a
All
nice
right.
weekend.
Yeah, you too, man. Take care. Real quick, Jody. That's a good question. Sermon is activated. It is said you can plug running back into Shanny scheme and they will get yards. Any running back. If true, do you think Sermon will get with backups can get it done? What's the word? Lance more accurate on throws. See, to me, this is the question. Is it going to be Lance on the first drive, part of the game plan, the way he was week one? Or are they going to give Jimmy and his offense a chance to do something? Like it could be Jimmy and Sermon and the backups just doing the same offense they did last week. But if they're continuing to they averaged 3 yards a carry last week. The thing with Sermon is he's not really fast. He's not going to get to the edges. That's where the Packers are vulnerable on the edges. They're giving up 9.2 yards per carry outside the tackles. He's not going to get there. He's more between the tackles, and he has one career carry. He got concussed 6 days ago. So you give him the first chance, but how many carries are you expecting him to take? 19, 24? I don't know. It seems to me that you need to have a plan unless Sermon. And the thing that I understand about Sermon is the reason he wasn't playing early is because he was fumbling in practice. He was fumbling in training camp. So if you didn't trust him, now you're going to give him 20 carries. One fumble from Sermon could lose the game. So I'm curious to see what Kyle Shea, if you didn't trust him, you don't even trust him. If you don't even trust Trey Sermon to play against the Lions, now you're going to give him 20 carries on Sunday Night Football. Curious to see how much the Niners actually use Trey Sermon. They got to use him some, but I think they also got to use Lance. Otherwise, let's say Sermon fumbles in the first quarter and the Niners don't trust him anymore. Don't even trust him anymore. Then what do? They just go to Jaquez Patrick all day. You got to have someone dynamic with the ball. And that could be Sermon, could be Lance. Good question. All right, Darius. What's up, Darius?
What's up, Grant?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. Um, so I, I've been doing some of my own analysis of these past two games. So I've been going back, watching film, watching some of your opinions on it. I've built my offensive and defensive needs of improvement. I want to get your opinion on it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me do this. So my first offensive improvement is they're playing way too close to the snap clock. You're seeing them snap the ball a lot at like 1 second left on the clock, and you're making Kyle think he's about to have to throw out a timeout because nobody's getting set like that. And I don't mind them playing close at like 4 or 5 seconds. When you're cutting it at 1 second, you're really playing a dangerous game, and a lot of teams are going to capitalize. You saw Philadelphia capitalize on it a lot by getting to the quarterback because nobody was ready for the play.
I hear you.
And and like I could have gone after a player like George Kittle, but in my analysis about it, Kittle's been a really good blocker, and we have a higher completion percentage on the side that he's blocking. Now, I definitely want him to be more in this offense. I want him to get paid. I want him to show that he's getting paid like he got paid
Mm-hmm.
on the like catching the ball and doing what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
But I, but right now I'm accepting what he's doing, but it's not going to be that much longer. And defensive wise, they gotta stop giving up the long ball.
Yep.
It killed
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
It almost lost them that Philadelphia game when they gave
Yeah.
up those 3 deep passes.
Uh-huh.
And like I'll say this, I gave our corners a B minus on last Sunday because they were able to like shut down Devontae Smith and Jalen Rieger for pretty much the whole game.
Yeah.
But they got the deep ball and they almost made the 49ers pay. So I'm
Yeah.
like, you have to capitalize up on that deep ball because you're facing Aaron Rodgers. You faced
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts and Jared Goff. You've been beating
Right.
up on Jared Goff for years, and Jalen Hurts, he's still getting adjusted to the league for the most
Yep.
part. You're
Yep.
facing the reigning MVP,
Yep.
and you
Who has the
can't let
best arm ever, according to Kyle Shanahan?
it's like who has the best arm ever, and you
Ever.
can't let him.
No.
You can't let him just be able to sling that ball down the field, especially a player like Devontae Adams and Robert Tonyan, who's been able to get downfield, and Jordy Nelson, he can show up once or twice a game. So that's
Yeah, and like
something I
if you play
realized.
single high safety, Aaron Rodgers can sit in the shotgun, get the ball, and throw fade routes up the sideline before the pass rush can hit him.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see what the Niners do to
And our front
take away
seven,
the big
our
plays up the
front seven has
sideline.
been our front seven for the most part has been fantastic this year, in my opinion. They've been able to put pressure. They've been able to shift in guys like Ebicom and Key seemingly seamlessly and make this pass rush. We are pretty injured on the line part with Armstead going down and stuff, but I think we have the keys to make it work. But the key to the game on the defensive side, pressure Rodgers as early as you can. You mentioned it with your dad. Rodgers checks out of the game early. He checked out New Orleans. You could tell he checked out New Orleans early, and then he got a break versus a Detroit team that he lit up. So we gotta put pressure on him early, make him check out of the game, not limit what he can do on the offensive side of the ball. And I do like the idea of the 49ers playing slow and methodical on the offensive side, mainly for the fact that that's how we've been being able to beat the high power offenses of our division rivals for the past years. So
Thanks, Darius. I appreciate it. Great call.
great call.
Hunter says, "Yo, Grant, I'm going to the game, sitting at the Pepsi deck. Nice, man. I'll be in the press box. I'm also going to the UCLA Stanford game today with my wife. I'm gonna watch Chip Kelly coach football. I paid money to watch Chip Kelly coach football. That's weird. I got personal beef against that guy, but I just put money in his pocket. You're welcome, Chip. Hey, man.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Good, good. So about the game, I mean, honestly, I don't know. I don't know if I'm that worried about the Packers. I mean, we are playing at home. First time in a long time, but we're gonna get a full crowd, so the crowd's gonna go nuts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they played well last year, but it's against the Lions, so everyone's gonna do well against the Lions.
Yeah.
I think our pass rush will get home once in a while because Rodgers isn't as mobile as like Jalen Hurts or
Right.
Russell Wilson and all that. I mean, I'm going to be worried about the outside. We're going to get smoked for sure. Or at least they're probably going to just play 10 yards back and just give them the underneath.
Yeah.
And then I do like the fact that we're kind of a bend, don't break defense now. I mean, at least it showed that. So hopefully we can settle in because I think Lenore will do better because in the goal line, he can just jam up the dude and there's not a lot of space to run.
I'm a little curious. I'm curious to see what these corners do in the red zone against Devontae Adams.
That's a big guy. I know. He's a big dude too.
It's tough, yeah.
So
I'm curious to see how Aaron Rodgers, like, I feel like 2 years ago when the Niners had Richard Sherman, I was never really that impressed with Sherman at the end.
He's a big dude.
But Rodgers always respected him. He never threw at Sherman's side of the field, and that really helped the Niners. And I don't think last year he would go at Mosley with no conscience. Like, he doesn't think anything of Mosley. And I wonder what he's going to do with Lenore after watching the tape of what the Eagles tried to do. He may be gunning quick with no conscience.
They're going to try to body him up. Just put him on one-on-one on the outside and just throw up a jump ball. DK did that to us a lot, so that's the one thing I'll worry about. I don't think I'm worried too much about our offense because Shanahan's proven that he can create offense creatively, and I expect Lance to be in there a lot too. Especially a lot of those read option passes.
Yeah.
A lot of our a lot of our running game is dictated on the good blocking. I think so. I mean, obviously, I'd rather have Mostert in there because he's quicker than Sermon. But if Sermon can get like 5 yards a carry, I'm good with that. Like he doesn't have to break anything big. Just be consistent. Like we won that game. I know we got a lot of 3 yard gains, but I love those 3 yard gains because they added up so much. And it created a lot of third and short. So many third and short that Jimmy got. Like how many times did Jimmy sneak the ball? Like 2, 3, I think.
Yeah, at least
in the last game. That made the difference. So I'm okay with that. I don't need a big, heavy run game. I expect Debo to come through big too. I've only seen one jet sweep from him in the last 2 games, I think. So more jet sweeps from him and Ayuk, and I think we'll be all right. The crowd will carry us through. I expect this to win touchdown. Okay, thank you, man.
Good call, man. Thanks a lot. Abu Marco 23 says, based on what you've seen all summer, how real is the shot Sermon has on Sunday to be the guy the rest of the way? What's your gut telling you? I think there's a reason they buried him on the depth chart and he wasn't active week 1. I think they feel 2 things about him. One, he's not particularly explosive. He's big, he's agile, he runs hard, but he's not particularly explosive compared to Hasty, Mitchell, Mostert. And he fumbled in practice a bunch. So I think they're a little nervous of him. They still like him, but I think that his skill set is much more tailored to the way the offense is going to go, the direction the offense is going to take once Lance is the quarterback. Because I was mentioning earlier, you want to get to the outside against the Packers. The Niners are an outside running team, especially with Mostert. Sermon isn't nearly as fast as Mostert. And if you're trying to take advantage of, Trent Williams and George Kittle blocking on the perimeter, is Sermon going to get there like Mostert will? Because when I saw Sermon against the Eagles last week, what he did was cut back quickly and attack like the backside, which is great. I mean, it's the kind of stuff that Tevin Coleman would do. Run behind the center as opposed to getting out to the edge. That's effective too, but I think you're going to see like Sermon really come into his own when Lance is the starter, because I think the zone read between those two is going to be deadly. That's the way I think. Jody again says, Grant, is Lance as good of a runner as advertised? He has not run the ball well when he has played. Why? I'm not fully convinced yet. I need to see more. Right now, Fields has proven us wrong. Thoughts? I think he is as good of a runner as advertised. I think he's strong. I think he's extremely fast at his full stride, like 22 miles an hour, as fast as possible. And he's shifty. We've only seen him run between the tackles against the Lions. When you actually get him running outside the tackles and you actually have him passing too, so that the defense has to respect both and they can't tee off on his runs, you'll see how good he is. When you actually let him do everything and the defense is on their heels, that's what's going to be great about Lance. Is there's so many things you can do with them. Defenses are going to be on their heels. They won't call many coverages. They won't know what to expect. They'll be playing very conservative calls just to sort of keep things in front of them and not give up big plays to Lance, because they don't know, is he going to use his legs? Is he going to use his arm? I think he is as good of a runner as advertised. We'll see it on Sunday night. Let's put it that way. Big game for D'Amico's future. Yeah, and the next 3 and the next 2 after that. Jonathan.
Hey.
Good to see you, man. How you doing?
What's going on, sir?
What's going on?
Well, my question is in regards to Jawan Jennings.
Okay.
The main thing that I got out of the game, well, not the main thing, but one thing that I came out of that touchdown was like, can this be the next Kendrick Bourne?
They got a lot in common, right?
Yeah, well, because he's not quick. Jawan Jennings, that is. So I'm like, all right, well,
was.
Yeah. So, and Bourne would catch those weird, he'll drop easy balls, but then catch the ridiculous tough ones. I'm like, wow. So I was like, what? That's the question that came out of that touchdown. I was like, dang, could this be the next like Kendrick Bourne 2.0 or 1.5, I guess?
When they drafted him, I thought that was the vision. It's like, okay, you spent a 7th round pick on this guy, and Bourne's in a contract year, and it's possible you won't be able to bring him back. So you wanted to get someone with a similar skill set. And I think they do. I mean, he's taller than Bourne. He's 6'3". And right. I think he's probably better after the catch than Bourne. Bourne was probably faster and quicker and better getting open. But this guy, like the Niners, at least with Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback, have become such a everything is yards after the catch. Like, if we're going to get any yards, it's going to be after the catch. So he may be a better fit with Jimmy. I mean, all of a sudden you see Jimmy feeling more comfortable throwing to him than Brandon Ayuk. You see Kyle Shanahan calling throws for him in the red zone.
Yeah, it's weird. When was the last time I'm trying to remember the last time we had an outside guy?
Oh, he's not an outside guy. He's
I
that big
know.
slot receiver, but an outside guy like a big, Braylon Edwards.
Oh God. Or AJ Jenkins. No, I'm just kidding. No, so real quick, keys to the game. I think every week I tell my buddies, I'm like, third down conversion, but on both sides, on the offensive side and the defensive side, we stop them on third down. I'm like, God, just make things so that much better. And of course, converting third downs goes without saying. But I feel like if we can do both, I mean, we should be in good shape considering everything, you know?
I would think so. Third downs, key. Hey, man, have a great day.
All right, boss.
All right, man, take care. Oh, we got Kyle over here saying, Grant, if we're undefeated hold on. Let me try to read again. Grant, if we're undefeated by the bye week, do you think we trade Jimmy while his stock is high? We need help at corner, and he's gone after this year anyway. That's a really interesting question. I don't think the Niners, here's the way I look at it. If the Niners start playing Lance heavily the next 3 games before the bye week, there's 3 games before the bye week. If it looks like the Niners are getting Lance more and more involved and he's playing well and building confidence and the team is getting confidence in him, then absolutely, why not? Why not? Because Jimmy Garoppolo's numbers are great right now. Kyle's doing a good job of like pumping up Jimmy's numbers while pointing out all of his flaws. Yeah, his quarterback rating is 124, and everyone knows he's got the lowest intended air yards in the league, and all of his throws are like within 7 yards of the line of scrimmage, except for a few over the middle. Everyone knows that, and that is a huge limitation, and it's not sustainable unless you really aren't watching the Niners that closely, and you just look at Jimmy's numbers, and you're like, oh, dang, we need a quarterback. Let's get that guy. He's winning, and his numbers are good. So, yeah, but only if they actually start ramping up Lance the way I think they will. Good question. Good question. What's up?
What's up, Grant?
How you doing, Jose?
I'm doing good. About yourself?
I'm doing great. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. I personally don't expect us to lose this game unless it's coaching that loses it for us. Especially, I want to talk about, I guess, the defense first, and then I'll talk about Kyle on the offense. D'Amico Ryans for 90% of the game should be in too high safety look. There should be no reason why we see so much single high safety because
why is that?
Because of the fact that if you can limit the opportunities for those wide receivers on the outside, you will force Aaron Jones to run. And let's not forget, like, even when DeForest Buckner was on the team and when we last played the Packers, DeForest Buckner's never been known as a great run defender. Even with him in the lineup, we still were stuffing Aaron Jones. And that's with their starters. They're on their third string left tackle because Elton Jones is doubtful, which usually means they're out for the game. So I definitely shouldn't see too much single high safety unless D'Amico Ryans wants to lose the game. Especially
because real quick, if Aaron Rodgers sees single high at the snap, the ball's going down the field.
It's going to Adams or the other receiver.
Scantling. It just there's no hesitation.
Get a PI.
Remember what Ryan Fitzpatrick was like when he saw one-on-one against Brian Allen? He's like, the ball's going. I don't care. That's what Rodgers is going to do.
Because you're going to get either a PI or a first down. Like
he's not going to miss. Like Jalen, you could see it on film. The guys were open against the Niners deep last year. It's just Jalen Hurts was late and short with the throws, and he made Jaquiski Tartt look like a hero. Anyway, what about offense?
Offensively, Jimmy needs to cut it out because when I watched last game against Philly, he literally purposely did not go to Ayuk even though he was open. On like 3 different plays, especially the one play that was like super obvious. It was in the middle of the field, going from the right to the left. Yeah. And Ayuk was open for a first down, and he just didn't throw it to him. I don't know why. We need to get Ayuk involved. We need to be more versatile in general with our offense. And I definitely expect us to be able to run it down their throat, whether it's Sermon or the new guy Patrick, because they're without Zadarius Smith, who's their best pass rusher. And we've kind of owned Green Bay when it comes to running the ball on them the past 10 years. So I don't see why we shouldn't have at least 100, 150 rushing yards, which then I think will help Debo in the passing game or, Ayuk and just the passing game in general. I think this will be a game that Jimmy will look good in if the game plan offensively goes the way it should. and we definitely need to see Trey Lance, in my opinion. He needs at least 10 snaps. That's just my personal opinion. And they shouldn't be like, Kyle needs to stop using them as like a Taysom Hill role. Like, we need to use them as like a real quarterback, kind of like he was in the Raiders preseason game, where he would come in and run like real offensive plays rather than just running the ball. That's how I think Kyle needs to start using Lance, because he almost got him hurt in Detroit, which is why I don't think he put him in against Philly in that defensive line.
Yeah, good call, Jose. Great call. Thanks for breaking it down for us. All right.
Have a good weekend.
Yeah, you too. Jeremy says, what up, Big Grant? What's up, Big Jeremy? For all the haters, don't say Grant without the big in front of it. Hashtag serious Jimmy G. 3 TDs, 300+ yards. I think he'll need to. I think he has in the past. He'll have plenty of time in the pocket. He'll have plenty of weapons. I mean, it's just on Jimmy at this point. Are you willing to push the ball down the field? Or are you so conservative because you feel like you'll hold on to your job if you win and not throw picks, or if your numbers are good? Because I don't think that's enough. I'm curious to see if Jimmy Garoppolo is willing to push the ball down the field anymore. Because so far through 2 games, I don't think he is. It's either the calls or it's Jimmy, because I don't know what it is. He's going to need to do a little more. He did get 300 yards against the Lions. Was that 79 was one play? Otherwise, he would have finished, if Debo hadn't made a nice catch on an underthrown ball, he would have finished with 230 or something, 1 touchdown. 3 TDs, he's got 2 for the season too. I'm struggling to see how Jimmy scores. Jimmy doesn't score very much anymore. I'm curious to see on that one. I think the 300+ yards are more likely than the 3 TDs. I think there's a lot of yards you could have against the Packers defense, but what's Jimmy going to do? Is he going to have long scores? Is he going to push the ball down the field? Is he going to score touchdowns in the red zone? I don't know. Good question, Jeremy. Curious. He needs to do a little more to keep this job. Ninerbot says, who cares about Trey? As long as Jittery is playing solid and is in a good rhythm like the past 2 games, just keep Trey as a mystery. Okay. Just don't lose to the Packers. That's all I'm saying. Just don't lose to the Packers. Hey, Chris.
Hey, what's going on, Grant?
What's going on, Chris?
Oh, nothing much, man. It's all about you, baby. It's all about you, man.
It's all about you. What's going on?
My question is this, man.
Yes.
I got a question, man.
Yes.
Is this the most arrogant team in the NFL?
Oh, I like the question. Let me think about
because
it.
This is the thing.
It's up there. The Patriots are quite arrogant too, considering they ran off Tom Brady. I think the Niners and but the Patriots have all those championships. I'll have to say the Niners are. Yeah, I would have to say so. Yes.
Well, because just looking at Kyle and what he does and how he speaks and things like that, one of the things that I found very, very interesting, after they lost the Super Bowl, Lil Wayne was there and he still performed. And they were like, they're going to be back. And he was like, oh, the confidence, the confidence of the team and this, that, and the other. And it just seems that when I look at Kyle Shanahan, I don't know if you've seen the movie Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
He kind of reminds me of have you seen that movie?
Yes, of
course. Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah. He kind of reminds me of Matt Damon, the genius. And he knows everything.
Yes.
Yeah. And he knows everything. Yeah. Keeps all his close friends, just like Kyle brings in everybody that has ever played for him. Won't let go.
True. He's Good Will Hunting.
Yeah. And so I'm just like,
He just needs his Robin Williams,
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I just really think that this team is gonna go as far as Kyle can take them, man. I just don't see. We got a good roster.
Sums him up perfectly. That's exactly what he is. You want to like him. He's charming. He's endearing. He's a genius. But it's like, oh, you did it again, huh? You did it. You pulled it.
Yeah.
You did it again. Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so my last thing, because I know everybody's talking about the Packers, I just wanted to switch it up a bit. It's all about you, Grant. It's all about you, baby. There are 3 different Grants. Okay, there's Grant Cohn, the guy that you are right now, right?
Yes.
And then there's Gangster Grant. Gangster Grant tells you just how it is and if it can actually happen. You would have traded Jimmy for N'Keal Harry back in the day when we were talking earlier in the offseason. Those are the things that would have actually happened. And then for the people in the Bay, there's Hyphy Grant. And Hyphy Grant is the one that puts the little slide joke in there and makes things all cool, gives us some laughs every now and then. So, I mean, like I told you before, man, when I first got on here, man, you are the man. We love the job that you do, man. You're dedicated. You let the fans come on, do our things, man. So I really appreciate it. So I love seeing all three of the different Grants. You continue to do your thing. And like I told you, man, don't wear that tracksuit. You are Grant Cohn. When you go in, you're clean cut and you're fresh.
All right, but Hyphy Grant can wear the tracksuit on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Thank you very much.
Oh, Hyphy Grant. When Hyphy Grant do whatever he wants. He can do whatever he wants.
I love you, man. Thank you.
All right, man. You take care. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, man. Take care. I'm kidding. I love that guy. Thank you, Chris. Viet, thank you. Chewy, we will see, Grant. Jimmy has to win with his arm downfield today, or the Trey show will start. I'm calling it. It's now or never. Yeah, I'm real curious, Chewy. Great time last night. Alejandra, that was so much fun. Chewy and Alejandra went out with my wife and I last night in Jack London, Farmhouse Kitchen. They never had Thai food like that. It was delicious. We had the crab fried rice. Oh, it was choice. Anyway, yeah, I'm curious. Is Trey Lance going to be in the game from the start? Is this going to be something that Kyle sells to the team all week? Like, yo, we need this. Or is he going to say, okay, fine, Jimmy, let's see what you got. And if it's not looking good on offense, do they bring in Trey quickly? Curious. I'm curious. Newt Lab TTV says, you're the man, GC. You're the man, Newt Lab. I'll be venting about Kyle next week on the Cohn phone about how he's a fantasy headache. I just want to show some support. Well, thank you. Yeah, I don't play fantasy football, and I think he's definitely trolling everyone who does. Hey, he's got a tractor. What's up, man? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm great, man.
Yeah, in between trying to get this lawn done.
Nice.
So a couple things. One thing I want to bring up to everybody is that the longer Trey stays on the sideline, the more I'm convinced that Kyle is living this fallacy life where everyone thinks that he's a good developer of QBs and a good play caller, because I feel like he's just a very good play caller.
Right.
And here's the other thing, Fields is going to get in because at the end of the day, that coach realizes his limitations, and he realizes that that guy that he has on the bench is going to make plays that Andy Dalton cannot make. Right? He's going to out-coach his coaching, so to speak, with his skill set.
Yeah.
And I think Kyle can't do that. And I think that is very interesting because I feel like that kind of mentality kind of works on defense, kind of scheme people, kind of put them in chess, kind of sort of. It doesn't really work on offense because, again, you're going against athletically the best. So you want, in turn, that as well.
Yeah.
Philly game was very nice. I don't want to hear any sort of bad rap for Philly fans. They're great. They were fine. Few choice words, but other than that, they were wonderful. And then for the Packers game, if it's close, the longer it's close, the more Aaron Rodgers is just going to flick it up in the air for 50 yards and break our hearts. It's got to be.
He's going to do that a couple times.
But you know what?
Yeah.
Doing that when he's down by 2 touchdowns versus a tie game are 2 different things. He's going to do it regardless. He's going to get his. The question is that Detroit lost that game because they didn't capitalize on their opportunities. It was
same with the Eagles. The Eagles could have been up like 13-0 in that game.
Well, the Eagles should have been third.
Yeah,
it should have been. It really should have been up 17-3 if you really looked at it. I mean, they gave away a lot. They blew it. But you know what? The only thing I can say is that, I'm looking at our division. The Arizona Cardinals should be 1-1. They missed a chip shot field goal, right? The Rams were having trouble with Taylor, the backup QB, and the Seahawks lost. So again, everyone brings up this, this fallacy of the NFC West being really, really good, and they are. I agree with you, but I think the gap is a lot closer, and I think really what's going to push them over the edge is that defense. That defense has to remain top 10, top whatever in scoring because their QB can't win them the game. He
yeah,
can't.
And I'm curious about the secondary. Like the front seven's really good. If Kinlaw's healthy, Warner's there, Armstead's there, they can stop the run. They can rush the quarterback, but they don't have a corner that teams respect. Like, say what you want about Sherman, teams respected him. Teams definitely respected Verrett. I think Hall of Fame quarterbacks with Pro Bowl wide receivers are going to look at Lenore and Mosley and go, who? And just throw it up if they have opportunities. And maybe they're wrong. Maybe Lenore will prove himself and be like, he'll continue this streak. But I thought these guys were getting burned in this game. I thought they were getting burned deep. I don't know. We'll see.
Again, I think it's a big mistake that they haven't brought Sherman in, just because.
Oh, we just lost you. Oh, we just lost you. Sherman, you're muted. I can't hear you. But I think what happened was Sherman's agent, who is Sherman, it was like, nah, shutting this down right now. Sorry, Karan. Sorry, I can't hear you. But it was a good call, and I'm with you. Last thing I want to say before you leave, it seems like the Niners are like one more injury away from having to call Richard Sherman. So wouldn't be surprised if that happened. Karan, great call. Good to see you. Did I have any super chats that I missed? What's up? Ready for Levi's? How many snaps does Trey get? Over under 10. Over under 10. I'm saying right at 10. What's up, Mo?
What's up, Grant?
What's up, Mo? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. Is that Ayuk or is that Alex Smith or Quentin Patton?
Ayuk. I always tell everyone it's Alex Smith, but yeah, it's Ayuk.
Nice.
I came here to talk about the two guys in the Shanahan doghouse on offense, Sherman and Ayuk. I think they both have a good game tomorrow.
Okay.
I think tomorrow Ayuk is gonna, because I'm guessing Kevin King is gonna guard Ayuk. I mean, I'm not sure, but that's random.
Yeah, no, he probably will, and that's not good for the Packers. Yeah.
But I have a feeling Jimmy throws 2 picks tomorrow, just randomly, because he can't see linebackers. And who do the Packers have a middle linebacker?
I don't know. But here's the thing. In training camp, whenever he would throw the ball down the field, those were when the interceptions would come, like outside the numbers and down the field. And if he has to do that in this game, if he can't just throw the dinks and the dunks because the Packers are scoring and he has to like score 2, that's when the interceptions could come, I think. Just because he throws the ball so softly, like they're in the air a long time, the long throws, in my opinion. So like the guy could be open, but the corners have time to recover.
Compared to Lance with that bullet arm.
Exactly.
But yeah.
But
real quick, over under 50 yards for Ayuk.
Under. I think it's going to be Kittle. I think Kittle's going to be the one who goes off. I think as long as Jimmy Garoppolo's throwing the passes, Ayuk's just a bad fit. I don't know what it is. I mean, they should be able to get Ayuk the ball on underneath routes and shallow stuff and screens, but they're not. Everything he runs is way down the field.
Because he was open in the Lions game. He had a deep shot. He was wide open. It was like they threw it to Debo when he cut inside, but he also had Ayuk down the field. That's why I feel like when Lance comes in, Sermon and Ayuk are really gonna like take that step that they need to. I mean,
I think so
because I think Lance likes Ayuk.
I think so too. I think Ayuk likes Lance. Yeah.
Is Elijah Mitchell playing this weekend or no?
Doubtful.
So he's not playing.
Doubtful.
All right.
Yeah. So it's gonna be Sermon. Interesting to see if Sermon and Lance get to run the zone read together.
So the 3 running backs are Cannon, Sermon, and Patrick.
And they'll probably call someone up from the practice squad on today.
Most likely. I mean, I'm not trying to be. Someone's probably going to get hurt. That's just how we roll.
What? I mean, it's running backs. Running backs get hurt too, so bring up someone. But yo, Mo, I got to take more calls. You killed it though. I hope that Brandon Ayuk jersey appreciates in value. I know it's the stock is down right now, but
bro.
No, don't sell low. Don't sell low. All right, man. Later. What's up?
What's up, Grant?
How you doing, man?
Good. Hey, Grant, 17 points is not going to cut it this week.
No.
All right. And I want to, hey, let's scout the Packers defense. All right. I got the Packers starters pulled up here. Let's start off with the safeties, Adrian Amos and Darnell Savage. What do you think about those safeties?
I think they're good. I think they're solid safeties. Both of them are solid.
I mean, Darnell Savage, I think he's a playmaker, man. He can make some plays back there.
Amos came from Chicago, right? He had good. He played for Fangio. He's a good player.
Yeah, he's a vet. Absolutely. And then, you know, Jair Alexander, we all know about his prestigious accolades.
People think he's the best corner in the league. He's great.
Absolutely.
They're not going to even test him.
And Kevin King, I know we've beat up on him, Stokes. But basically what I'm getting at is this depth chart, when I pulled it up, was better on paper than I was anticipating, all right?
You and Mo were good.
Yeah. And the linebacking core, like you and Mo were speaking to, a bit lackluster. But they do have Devondre Campbell, who's a veteran. And I always kind of liked him. He was with the Falcons for a while. Last year, he was with the Cardinals.
Yep.
And I think he's a solid linebacker. Yeah. And the thing with the Packers is they run that 5-man front that you like, that stuffs the run.
It does.
Right?
It gives the Niners trouble because it sets the edge so well. And unlike a wide 9 that sets the edge, it also has, you know, 3 people in the middle. So it's good.
Yeah.
It's by alignment.
Yeah. So that's why I'm kind of like,
and Kenny Clark is good in the middle, right? He's a good nose tackle. He's going to give Brunskill and Alex.
Kenny, you say Kenny Clark?
Yeah.
That's your boy, UCLA.
Boy, UCLA, man. I know about him. I'm going to UCLA.
Yeah, no, he's good. He's really good. And then Preston Smith. You know, I know Zadarius Smith is out. That's probably the better Smith, but Preston Smith is pretty good.
Sean Gary's a good pass rusher too.
That's a first-round pick.
Yeah. So don't sleep on this defense. I mean, I don't know if it's like overall a better team than the Eagles, but it's close, and their quarterback is so much better than Jalen Hurts that this is a game. The thing here, what I want to say real quick, the 2019 team, I think a lot of people are like, hey, 2019 vibes, 2-0. The 2019 teams blew teams out, dominated, broke their will, won by multiple scores. Remember the Browns game? Remember
ran the ball down their throat.
What they used to do to the Packers, the first 2 games of the season were the 2 of the easier games in the season, and they couldn't put them away. It was like watching a fighter win on points against like the warm-ups. It's like, whoa, we thought you were going to knock these guys out in the 3rd round. So now, can you put this team away? Because if you let Aaron Rodgers hang around to the 11th round, he's going to win. He's going to get you.
Yeah. So I wanted to come on and
the knockout blow is named Trey Lance. That's the knockout blow. That's what it's called. It's the name of it. Use it.
Hell yeah.
Stop trying to win on points.
I want to see some Lance.
They're jabbing their opponents to death right now with Jimmy Garoppolo. You got to bring in the overhand right. You got to bring in the left hook. Come on.
I'm ready for it.
Good to see you,
so what I'm going to anticipate from the Packers is a lot of quick passes. I think there's going to be a ton of quick stuff. Getting it out. Hey, Grant, thanks for having me on. I want to say, my channel, Bay Area Baller, almost up to 500 subscribers.
Nice.
I want to get there. I got to thank you for that because you give me this platform. You show me love on Twitter. So I appreciate you.
Hey, follow Bay Area Baller 18 on YouTube right now. Good stuff, man.
I appreciate it. Catch you next time.
Next time, man. You always have the best backgrounds, and I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Are you at the condo? Or you find another spot at the condo?
Nah, that's my boy spot up the street.
Okay.
He lived like a couple blocks down from me.
Okay.
I'm over here chilling right now.
I like that.
But yeah, man. As far as this week, man, I gotta say it now, man. It's either unleash Jimmy or release Jimmy. I'm just keep it simple as that, man. I'm tired of it. Stop letting the defense and the run game carry us where we're going. Then you get to the Super Bowl and realize he can't make the throw you need. It's like, dude, either just unleash him or release him. And I'm tired of this whole Trey Lance secret package thing. It's like, dude, you're going to hold him, release the package, and then we get 1 ring out of it, or so that he's actually good and can bring us to multiple Super Bowls, you know? So forget the little secret playbook for our 1 ring. I want to go to multiple Super Bowls and win multiple Super Bowls. You get what I'm saying? So that's my thing. And it's like, we're down 5 running backs. You got 2 dudes you just picked up off the street. Let Jimmy throw the ball. Let's make sure he's ready for the Super Bowl if we can get there. Like, you know, let's make sure he can make those throws. Like, you know, and if not, put in Trey Lance. That'll even get us quicker to bring in Trey Lance and actually see what he's got. Because if he doesn't have it and Jimmy doesn't have it, I don't think Kyle Shanahan should be on the hot seat, but it should be lukewarm. You know, like you passed on too many great players for players that's not even playing. You took Ayuk and we're not even playing him when you could have took CeeDee Lamb. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like I said, I don't think he's on the hot seat. It should be lukewarm. You got a lot of people coming here who never really played football acting like Aaron Rodgers is an easy game, and it's not. You know, like, this is Aaron Rodgers. He might be the best in the game today. At least him and Brady. So, like, I don't like what I've been seeing. Even though we're 2-0, I think those were soft games. I don't think it was so much competition like that. Like, I can't wait till we start playing the division, to be honest. Like, you know, everybody else is just, you know, practice for me. I want to play the division. I really want some of the Rams. I really want to see what them and the Cardinals got. But as of now, forget all this running. Just let Jimmy throw the ball, man. I mean, if we win
what he has, like, stop babying him, right? Let him show what he can do.
That's all I'm saying.
Let him sink or swim. Let him sink or swim. Yep.
Exactly. That's all. Literally, that's all I want. Just like let's see if he's got it. Like, if he doesn't, then let's know he doesn't have it by week 6 or 7. Let's not wait till the Super Bowl and see the dude can't make a deep pass.
Right, because the bye week is the perfect time to make the transition if you want to, need to, have to. And that's coming up in 3 weeks. I'm feeling you on that.
And I say the same thing for Trey. Let's put him in the game. I don't know how he didn't play against Detroit. I don't get that. Like, he should have got like the last series at least. Like, but let's see what he's got early too. Let's see what he needs to develop on. Right. You know, so that's just my
hiding
thing.
your quarterback position right now and learning nothing about either guy.
Oh my God!
We're finishing each other's sentences today, man. I'm right there with you, man.
Man, you get me.
To talk to you, man. Yeah,
man. I'm gonna see you.
Who is that dude over your shoulder? That is tripping me out, man. Who is that dude?
Where at?
That Dr. Seuss? Who is that over your shoulder?
Oh,
that dude.
It says the little tramp. It says the little tramp. I don't know. They just some decor they got. I haven't even studied.
That is nice. That is nice stuff. I like that. You got statues.
Like that. If you don't have one tomorrow, I'm gonna see you next week for sure. We can talk about this game, man.
All right, man. I hope they heed your advice. All right, man. Have a good day.
All right, King.
All right, man. I love that guy. Jeremy says, one hell of a bottle of wine, Big Grant, relentless. Look what you started, $1 million bottle. Yeah, I got my dad a $70 bottle of Barolo. I was not messing around. I was pleased to lose that bet. What's up, man? How you doing?
Yo, what's up, bro?
What's up, dude? How you doing?
First off, I just want to say shout out to King Giovanni for that last quote. Unleash him or release him.
That was so good. Right off the bat. That was the first line. That was so good.
But yeah, man. Jimmy, we got to see more. First, I want to say I appreciate you because you provide a safe space to be honest about Jimmy. Because so many times you see people say, oh, but his record is 25-8. Like the defense.
That's exactly how they say it too. That's how their voice sounds when they say it too. It's exactly
also,
but he wins.
Yeah, when the other option is Nick Mullins.
Right.
Of course. So Jimmy's gonna have to play better than when he has been playing. Like you said, the first 2 games we should be putting teams to sleep. He's missing throws.
Yeah.
He's missing Ayuk to the point we think he's in the doghouse when he's actually NFL open.
Yeah.
And like as Jimmy's getting the pass, the dude's almost 30, and people acting like he's a young quarterback.
Right.
Like he's playing how you would hope Trey would play if he was in the game.
You know, people talk about him like he's Rudy. Look at him go. Oh my God. He completed a 5-yard pass. It was beautiful. Like, can we raise the bar? He had a quarterback sneak. Oh, Jimmy. And they hold the Jimmy thing too, Rudy. Like, he's 11 years old. You know, like he's the walk-on on the team and a great story. Like,
James Garoppolo.
Yeah. Rudy, let's raise the bar a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit?
Especially for a guy that's supposed to be like the guy. At one point was the highest paid quarterback. And we're okay with him being just a tick below Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Like, he's one step. And especially we're playing, like I said, playing Aaron Rodgers. The division quarterbacks. Right now, he's the worst quarterback in our division. Like, He's
and if it's true that Kyle Shanahan wanted to trade up for Mac Jones, that really makes me lose confidence in Kyle because he's the same exact quarterback as the guy you want to replace. They're the same person. They play the same style.
But Mac's cheaper.
That's true. That's a good point. That's a good point. Hey, man, it's a great call. Call in anytime.
Thanks, man. Have a good one.
You too. Kyle, thank you for being a member. I think I didn't miss anything. Okay, cool. Lucas, what's up?
What's good, Graham? Can you hear me?
Absolutely, man. What's up with you?
Bro, nice to see you again. Just want to make a few points here.
Make the
on the defensive side and on the offensive side, and then the overall narrative.
Okay.
So on the defensive side, I've been watching your show with Rob yesterday. And I think let's start on the offensive side. I think, very curious to see if George Kittle will be the playmaker this game. And I'm very curious to see also the running game, because we lost Elijah Mitchell. I don't think he's going to play this game. And, we'll see how, these running backs, because this is a run team first. So we'll see how these running backs are going to play. On another point that I wanted to make is that if people noticed on the game against the Eagles, we cannot rely on the defense or special teams. You know what I mean? Like this, I agree with you. And with Rob, I agree with you and Rob. We gotta shut it down quick. We cannot let Rodgers stay in this game and throw some bombs. Because
I feel like the Niners, like last year was ridiculous, but they beat Rodgers twice in 2019, but they faced Rodgers in 2018 and lost a close one with Beathard. And I think they had another one at home that they lost a close one. It's like they did a good job against him for 3 quarters, but they couldn't put him away. And then Aaron Rodgers gets confident. It's a game. It's the fourth quarter. It's Jimmy Garoppolo. It's Beathard.
Yeah, I mean, don't forget this guy. He was the MVP last year. You know what I mean? So it's like, and I think we need to make a bold statement in the league. Winning this game because the next 2 games are like huge. We play Seattle, we play the Cardinals, so we got to shut it down early. We got to rely on the offense this game. We cannot rely on the defense. I mean, on the defensive side, how impressive have we been with D'Amico Ryans? You know what I mean? Like he picked it up. It seems like he picked it up where we left off with Salah, and we got Nick Bosa and then D Ford, being solid, playing really well, so I think that's key. But the overall picture here, that's kind of in the back burner. I don't want to be, the negative, guy here, but will the negative completely change or start changing if we lose this game at home?
It won't be good.
Yeah, and that's the thing, Lance is kind of in the back burner right now. Nobody's really talking about him. Jimmy is winning. Let's stay with Jimmy. Let's stick with Jimmy. But I think this is the game that Kyle needs to, take him out of his bag and do some clutch plays there. But we'll see. Thanks, Grant, for your platform, man. It's always nice to talk to you.
Always nice to talk to you too, man. Great call. Sorry, great call. Sorry, I was too quick on that one. Michael, eating chips.
Why is all of the Jimmy G people so delusional? They think a quarterback that can throw in the 3.6 yards per pass that he did last week in the air, they don't count run after the catch.
Yeah.
Is so acceptable.
I know.
I mean, that's last in the league.
I told you he's Rudy, man. Anything he does is great. A quarterback sneak, a screen pass. It's just his fans are like, oh my God. I can't believe he overcame all the odds and sneaked what is the past 10 anyway?
QB sneak.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Thank God we got a good center that can get him room to sneak a yard.
Yeah, as long as his doesn't have too much posterior perspiration. Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't understand how they.
I don't understand why the bar is so low for Jimmy. He's a great story. They try to take his job away. He's trying to fight for it. He's a nice guy, but come on, man. Like, we don't have to applaud the 5-yard throw, the 2-yard sneak. I saw someone call it a grown man sneak. I was like, what is that? Don't
no clue.
Talk to me about a grown man sneak.
What corners are injured? You said something about corners. We're short on corners, or
no. Norman's fine. It's just and Moses.
I thought he played really great.
Yeah, he was good.
The first pass interference call I didn't think was pass interference, but
it was Lenore Moore who was giving up the throws down the field. Curious to see how.
Yeah, but I still say Javosky Tartt should have been playing a little deeper.
Well,
I mean,
he had a great angle to Kez Watkins on that long completion. Jimmy Ward is the one who took a bad angle on the long throw to I forget who it was, but it was incomplete because Jalen.
Yeah. And see, I think Lenore is pretty smart because on that one play where he pushed him out of bounds, he just said, "It's done, it's over with." He gave up on the play. He knew it was out of bounds.
He knew.
Not many people would have known. If I pushed him out of bounds, it's over. They would have kept playing or whatever. So I think he's very smart. I like our rookie corner. I mean, plus he was one that I picked in our 7th round mock draft too. So,
there you go. See, you can always take credit for
even better.
That is good.
But it's nice seeing you again. I'll let you go. I just wanted
to pleasure, Michael.
Find out why these people are so delusional. So.
Raise the bar. Good to see you, Michael.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Freddie.
Hey, Grant.
What's up, Freddie?
Man, I'm here in LA. Hating it. All the haters.
Freddie.
Yeah, man, that's how I found you.
Okay.
On the internet. So.
Oh, dang. All right.
Big shout out, man. I used to call in the KMBR as a kid. They didn't give us no props. Ralph Barbieri would make me feel like an idiot.
Oh man, Ralph was a legend, man. Well, what's on your mind today, Freddie?
So my question is, because I seen where baseball is going with the analytics and they're starting to let fans become in the front office. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So we talk about sports like we know. So I'm like, what are we missing that the NFL coaches do you understand what I'm saying? Like we think
how come I'm not the coach of the 49ers?
Exactly.
Why am I not in the front? Exactly. No, I think about this all the time. It's why I gave myself the job of quality control coach. I just figured if I just start doing the job, I'll prove that I'm better than everyone in the organization. They'll have to hire me, but they haven't done it yet, and I don't understand it, Freddie. I don't get it.
No, but I'm thinking,
what do I have to do?
But see, that's what are we missing that the coaches, they probably look at us like idiots. Like, man, these guys think they know.
But we do. I'm telling you right now, the general manager of the San Francisco Giants went to college with me. Now, he's worked in the MLB for the last 10 years, and he's extremely qualified. But I'm just saying, we both played video games together at UCLA in 2008. So that makes me qualified to run the Giants and the 49ers as well. I'm with you, Freddie, me and you.
Yeah, so, I mean, but and then my second part is this 49er split is real bad. Jimmy, my boy is a Jimmy fan. I'm a Trey guy. You understand what I'm saying?
These Jimmy fans, man. You can't talk to him.
No, but I understand where he's coming from. I mean, he wins games, But
that's true.
So here's my thing is with Kyle Shanahan. I think he really wanted Mac Jones.
Me too.
Mike Silver, I guess there was a report that they tried to get Aaron Rodgers.
I heard that.
And then there was a split between Mike LaFleur. So now there's beef on the field.
There's definitely beef.
So yeah, man. I wanted to ask you that question, man. I really like what you're doing, man. Big fan. I'll try to keep calling in.
For sure, man. I love you. You call in as much as you want. What's your question again, though?
Well, my question is, it's not really a question. It's just a prediction.
Yeah.
When you look at trends in the NFL, they said that no rookie quarterback ever wins the Super Bowl. So, I'm asking you. It's not really a question. It's kind of a prediction. What has any rookie head coach won in the NFL? Because, you look at all these Super Bowl winners, they win on their second run. I think the NFL has kind of like a testing ground for coaches. I don't think Shanahan's going to win his first time around.
I feel you, man. That's a good point. Belichick didn't. But, Freddie, I got to take more calls
right
up against the end of the show, but you killed it, dude. Call in anytime.
All right. Thank you.
All right, Freddie. Who are you?
Yo, you don't need to know my name, man. That's why I'm trying to stay masked over here.
This? Incognito. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. No, I'm out and about. But hey, so I got a question. Do I get hyphy Grant on Wednesday nights? I feel like I do.
I think you do. I think turned up Grant.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, hey, just a couple things that hit me over the last 24 hours or so. So obviously the 49ers are coming into this game with Sermon, who was their 5th best back, according to them, out of all the running backs that they kept on the team.
According
right?
to them,
because he sat the first week. So they think he's the 5th best back. And now they've got, three practice squad / free agent guys that are sitting behind them. So the way that they're going to be able to run, they're going to have to get very creative, right? It's going to have to come from Ayuk. It's going to have to come from Debo, Kittle, Juice, Lance. Everybody's going to have to touch the ball.
Yep.
So the other thing is this, Sermon and Lance, they're made for each other. Sermon in college ran the read option. He ran from shotgun.
He ran it with Justin Fields and Kyler Murray.
Exactly. So if that's the case, Grant, and Lance doesn't play much this week.
Also, Jalen Hurts too. Am I wrong? Jalen Hurts too.
Did he run it with Hurts? Oh, at Oklahoma. Yeah.
Absolutely did. Yeah.
Sorry. Yes, he did.
Yep.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right about that. So if that's the case, and Lance doesn't get a lot of burn this week, we know what Shanahan thinks about Lance. We shouldn't expect him really for the rest of the season unless Jimmy really crashes and burns. Because if he's not going to play side by side with Sermon a lot, then we're not going to see him. Like, that's just what it is for the rest of the season. We have to get used to it. So I'll say that. And then last thing is, a lot of people are talking about Jacques Patrick in his 40 time. He ran a 4.69 40. However, Alfred Morris ran a 4.67. He did just fine in this offense. So
true. Similar
don't
build,
worry about that.
Athlete. Yep. I'm with you on
yes,
that.
Sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir. So anyways, I just wanted to get in and out. I'll remain incognito. You don't even know who I am.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Jay.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah. All right, man.
Yeah, you messed it up, man. It's all right. Later.
I know. All right. Peace. All right, this is the last call of the day. I'm sorry. We're over time, and I've been waiting for this one for a while. My guy, Don Burr. What's up?
Okay. What's up,
man? I like what you did.
Look,
that's why I like that.
So look, I had this bet right with Galvin. He told me to call in to you with a San Francisco shirt on and all your chat room. So this is my San Francisco 49ers.
Hey, I'll allow it. It counts. It counts.
I'm just living up to my bet, Grant.
Hey, man, it's so great to see you. I wanted to say I was in Detroit. I'd never been there before. I really liked it. I was downtown. I thought it was a hell of a nice downtown. Yeah, I was there.
Really?
I really liked Detroit, man. It was fun to hang around at night. There was a lot going on. The pizza was good. I went to Buddy's. Buddy's was good.
You went to Buddy's. Buddy's, nice place. So did you do any live recordings there?
From my hotel room in the Ren Center. But I did a lot of walking around downtown. It was nice, man.
Yeah, that's pretty dope, man. Yeah. That's pretty dope. I just want to call in and say good luck to you guys against the Packers, though, because I don't like the Packers, and I think you guys should be able to beat them, though.
I think so too, man. It's a pleasure to see you. Keep coming in.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Grant.
All right, man. Take care. All right, that's the end of this show. I got to answer a couple of super chats, and then I gotta bounce and get to this UCLA Stanford game. If Jimmy goes off like the game he did against New Orleans for the home opener, will it calm the storm of bringing in Lance for a while? Yeah, absolutely. If Jimmy can do that, because really to me, Jimmy hasn't been able to push the ball down the field since that game and the Rams game right after it. Ever since then, he's been a check down Charlie. How long before fans start calling for Lance at tomorrow's game? If they fall behind, a couple 3-and-outs, a missed long throw. I mean, fans won't be that patient. Sleepy1414 says 49ers sold Trent Williams and the prove it players to re-sign with Jimmy G as the quarterback to trade and Trey Lance. And Trey Lance came later. Easy to see what the locker room is divided. Yep, I agree. I think a lot of these older vets on offense want Jimmy, and they're going to have to be sold on Lance. And this is a good opportunity to sell him. If Jimmy struggles and Lance comes in and saves the day on national television in the home opener, that would be a good way to endear him to the team and the fan base and everyone. All right, guys, I'll be back tomorrow with another one of these. I'll see you around.